Hi, and welcome to another episode of KiNiMi Kitchen. I'm Kirby.
And I'm Jasmine Sweet.
And I'm Alex Sweet.
And tonight, we are making fall treats with Mr. and Mrs. Sweet. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey guys!
Yes, it is.
But before we hop in and tell you what we're gonna make, and we're gonna be making 2 different pies, before we do that, I just wanted Jasmine, who is an awesome blogger, just to have a chance to talk a little bit about the blog and then how we also met each other. Because this is the power of going to events, guys, and meeting people. You meet awesome people in your circle.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit.
It is so true. So Kirby and I met at a social media event that we did for Creative Souls Tribe, which is an awesome organization here in Nashville that brings together like creative women. And so she cooked all of the food. It worked. It did. This is my soul sister. And so I gave as much advice as I could to aspiring creatives in Nashville. So if you put that together, then you end up on a cooking show. And that's just kind of what happens. And so I came home raving about it to my husband, Alex, and I was like, I signed us up to do a cooking show, so that's what we're doing today. And we are making fall treats with Mr. and Mrs. Sweet. So I happen to love caramel pie, and he loves
sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
Small time,
Yes.
Thanksgiving around the
And
corner.
I'm also a lifestyle blogger, so cooking is right up my alley to learn how to do, because I tend to go to Pinterest for nail designs and not necessarily to learn how to cook. So I'm interested in getting all of your skills today.
Well, let's do it. We're gonna make 2 different types of pie, and then we're also going to make our own whipped cream.
I'm nervous.
I'm excited.
Because you know the whipped cream out of the can?
Yeah.
Okay, that does the job sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
mhm.
But we're gonna make our own.
Yeah.
So it's about to go down.
Okay, so he does the cooking, or so he likes to tell people in our house, but
Yeah.
Well, it's 50-50. Who gets home first? We came here so that I can learn how to do the cooking full time.
Full time.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of prep both pies at the same time.
Okay.
So I've gone ahead and I just boiled 2 pretty large sweet potatoes. Some people use sweet potatoes out of the can. Don't do that. This is super easy. I stopped by the farmer's market earlier today, picked up some sweet potatoes, put them in the pot, just let those boil while you're getting everything else together. Then I've washed 3 different types of apples. Our 3 types, we've got Gala, we've got Honey Crisp, and we have Ginger Gold apples. That was a new kind that I saw in the store and I just wanted to try them out. That happens to me all the time. I'll be in the store and I'll be like, I'm just gonna try that out.
Yeah. See, Alex and I go with the list, and so
Do you stick to the list?
we do.
stick
We
to-
stick to the list. Yeah.
I'll sneak something in the bottom of the cart every once in a while.
Yeah.
Pretty
Like
straightforward.
last Sunday, he came to the cart with 2 bags of chips, and I was like, nope, take those bags. We're trying to be healthier.
Yes.
The sweets have to be
Well,
healthier.
that's amazing. Now, do you guys stick to the list? Because I put the essentials. This is how I shop. I put the core things on a list. Like, do not forget paper towel. You
Right.
need detergent. But other than that, I'm like, it's fair game.
Not on a budget, it's not.
See, I need to probably do better with that. I'm going to pop these sweet potatoes into my KitchenAid mixer over here. As you guys have probably seen on other episodes, that's my baby. I need to come up with like a really good name, so if you have ideas, comment below. But I actually cried when I got this for a gift, but that's a whole nother story. So
Happy
we're gonna
tears, right?
happy
Yeah.
tears. I was like, it's the limited edition. The caviar color. Like I was so thrilled about it.
That is something to be thrilled about. Those cost a pretty penny.
They do cost a
Yeah.
pretty penny, and you know what do they say? Happy wife,
Happy life.
life. Yes.
You heard it right here first.
Very
Yes, it is very true. And we've only been married for 3 months, 3.5 months.
Yes.
And
Isn't
he
that
gets
beautiful?
it.
And already, see guys, take note. Take note. So you notice with
Alright.
these boiled sweet potatoes, the skin comes off pretty easy. And then I'm gonna put this in the mixer.
A question for you.
Uh-huh.
How often, or like, I guess, how long do you boil your sweet potatoes? Like, is it like a time, or do you just eye it, or how does it work?
That's a great question. So I don't time much of anything in the kitchen. It's really more of an eyeball kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so and by eyeball, I mean I just take a knife and stick it down in the potato, and when it's no longer so difficult to puncture,
Yeah.
then that's when they're ready.
See, she is a seasoned cook, guys. That is something that my mother would do. Now, me on the other hand, I need clear-cut directions on how to get this meal prepared because my husband will not be happy. Funny story. So, when Alex and I were dating, I decided that I was going to cook for his family, and I decided I was going to cook chicken Alfredo.
Okay, this is a good choice.
Yeah, it's a great choice. It's like my favorite meal. Pasta is everybody's favorite.
Right, can't
So
go wrong.
I'm in the kitchen cooking, and his family's like in the living room, and everybody's waiting.
Waiting in anticipation.
Waiting on this like marvelous meal that I was making.
because they knew it was gonna be amazing.
They knew it was gonna be amazing. So when I finished it was horrible, and I was like,
It was good.
I can order some pizza. It was so
We were
funny.
so nice. We tried.
Yeah.
I ate 2 plates.
You did?
Out of respect. I love
See,
my
guys,
mom.
this is why they are married today.
Yep, it is.
He
That's
took
why-
one for the team.
He took one for the team.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He's been supportive ever since. So when I told him that we were gonna do this cooking show, he did not push back.
See?
He was like, "All right, let's do
He's
it."
like, I'll get in the kitchen with you.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I
So,
love
are these thin enough? Thinner?
Those are perfect.
Yeah.
Those are really, really good.
Okay.
Show you guys this really quickly. This is what I meant by the little
Oh, pull the
strings
string
that
out.
are there. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna clear these off.
okay.
And we've added butter, 1 stick of butter, some white sugar, and some cinnamon. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and vanilla, and then here's what makes it really, really good. I'm gonna add some heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna beat it up. And then
Ooh.
lastly, we'll add some egg in there. And then we'll be finished with that.
These seem simple.
Super simple.
Babe, you're good at this. So I read a blog that was talking about calling your mom as a 20-something-year-old woman, and so I literally call my mother for everything. If I need to know how to do a recipe, I did not know how to cook pork chops. My husband bought some at the store, and I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, what am I supposed to do with this?" she was like, "Well, you can cook them in the skillet. You can fry them.
You have options.
You have options." She said, and then you just turn the grease into gravy. And I was
Yes.
like, grease into gravy? I told her, I
It's
said,
like a water
I
into
bought-
wine kind of
Yeah.
situation.
I told her, I said, I bought a pack of gravy. Like, why do I need to turn the grease into gravy? But he loved the pork chops, didn't you, babe?
Sure did.
So we're gonna add measure everything out, or are you like a pro at this and just like know how
A
much to
pinch
put in?
of salt means
Yeah.
a pinch of salt, right?
She is like the woman that you read about in your childhood books. The ones that like are like taking a pinch of salt and a pinch of brown sugar and making, I don't know, Christmas dinner. It's like, really?
It's tough to measure, but I'm going to be coming out with a cookbook soon.
Yeah.
And so I am forcing myself to sit down and write out some of my favorite
Yeah, that is
recipes.
exciting.
That's exciting. Very exciting.
So I have been helping my mother cook Thanksgiving dinner the past couple Thanksgivings. So I have, don't you give crazy looks.
It's the apple.
It's
juice.
no. And he actually proposed to me on Thanksgiving, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and then I went upstairs and I got dressed with him downstairs. He was playing a sweet video, and then he got down on one knee and gave some beautiful speech, and I was like a mess.
Are
was
you
like-
serious?
Yeah, it was the sweetest
Yes.
thing. Like that was the sweetest Thanksgiving. So
That is amazing. That's such a
Yeah.
great memory.
All sweet.
So we've got our eggs, and I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla syrup here. Here it is.
Rocky Monkey Roasting Company.
So today before this episode, I went to the farmer's market and just bought whatever felt right. And this is one of those things.
Yeah, if I bought whatever felt right, girl, I would be at the mall getting a new pair of
It would be
shoes.
grocery.
Yeah.
Okay, so now for both of our pies, we're going to do a little shortbread crust of flour into our mixer. We're going to add a little salt.
Okay. See, she's doing the pinching.
So what are we adding now?
So now I'm adding a little bit of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar.
Okay.
And that is the same sugar that you put on funnel cakes.
Yes,
I know
yes.
something. I know something about
Yes,
cooking.
yes. And then we should have a little bit of our regular granulated sugar. So I want you guys to come take a peek at what this looks like. You see how it's turned like into a crumble?
Yeah.
So these are some delicious crumbles. Like,
okay.
they're so good. So
Okay.
we're about to get our hands into some crumbles here.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds good.
And this is the base, right? That's the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys ready to get your hands inside?
Yes,
Yes.
let's get our hands started.
So we have some melted butter here, and just kind of brush around each of the butter plates. It's kind of therapeutic.
It is therapeutic. Though I've never been a good painter, I can draw.
Can you draw?
I
Okay.
can draw.
I love doing anything with my hands. I have like a ton
Right.
of different sketchbooks because I just like to get ideas out of my head.
In our house, we have a beautiful mural painting that my sister did
Really?
years ago. Yeah, it's beautiful. She sings, and well, everybody in my family sings, but
Do you sing too?
yeah,
The things that you don't know.
yeah, the things you don't know.
That is
So
awesome.
It's all about like embracing those gifts.
That's right.
so.
And then not shying away from them.
Yeah, it's so easy to get discouraged.
It
so,
is.
You know, it's so easy to just say, I'm not going to go through with whatever it is that you want to do.
Right. And then sometimes life doesn't really initially afford you the opportunity to figure out, okay, this is my special gift. So some people kind of have that little voice inside. And you're like, I want to try this, but I'm too scared. It's like, if you have that little voice, try it.
Yeah.
Go for it. As long as it's not hurting anybody else,
Yep,
try it out.
yep, I would say so.
You just want to let's make sure you get a little coverage there.
Yeah.
No shortcuts,
Oh,
Tia. No shortcuts. Make sure it is see, like this little spot here.
So since he does most of the cooking, he better have a pie cooked when I come home one day
Ooh.
next week.
You can just take a little bit of the dough here,
Okay,
and we've got a nice buttered surface, and you're just gonna press along.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Pretty simple. There's no science. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you can see a little bit kind of goes a long way. You don't want it too thin because you want to have that nice shortbread kind of thickness.
Ooh, this is like Play-Doh.
It is like Play-Doh. It feels like Play-Doh. That's exactly what it feels like.
Like we said at the beginning of this, we just met at a Creative Souls event here in Nashville, and so afterwards we took a cute picture together, and we were just talking about our next hangout. And she happened to post the picture on her social media, and her friend Allison, who is the daughter of my mom's best friend, she was like, I know her, and so that's how the story came into
And I was like,
fruition.
what? It is such a small world.
Yeah, it is a very small world.
How's it going?
It's fun.
Pretty good.
Isn't that kind of like fun?
It's therapeutic.
You know?
Again, something else is
See?
therapeutic.
See, cooking doesn't have to be stressful.
Exactly. Cooking is actually very therapeutic.
So what part of Michigan are you originally from?
I am from a place called Clinton Township, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It is outside of Detroit, north of Detroit.
Okay, I have family from Ypsilanti.
Ah, me too.
Yeah, really?
Oh my
cousin
gosh,
was just here from
hilarious.
Ypsi.
My cousin was just here from Ypsilanti too.
Oh, really? That's so crazy.
And Ypsilanti isn't huge,
no, it's not a huge place
so
at
we
all.
should do some talking. Our
We
folks might
probably
know
are
each other.
cousins.
And wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, that is amazing.
Ancestry.com. Let's see how far this goes back.
Let me tell you guys what I have going on in this pot over here.
Okay, what's going on?
So I have some water boiling with a little bit of butter,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna add some sugar,
Yeah.
some cinnamon, and a touch of salt.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add just a little bit of flour to kind of thicken it up. And this will go over our apples to kind of create a nice, delicious little sauce in there. And then after we take this off, I'm going to show you guys how to make the caramel sauce. And in fact, I'm just going to tell you, and then you guys decide which one of you is actually going to make it because it's super easy.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay. So now we are going to make this super simple caramel sauce that is going to go in the apple pie.
So she said we're making a simple caramel sauce, and that's pretty optimistic, don't you think, Vic? Simple caramel sauce?
Simple. I don't think there's anything simple about caramel, but
Yeah, I mean, we just would have bought it.
But
Do you make peanut butter and things like that too?
ooh, I haven't made peanut butter, but I should.
Ooh, yummy.
But I can't wait to get the text from you guys when you say, Kirby, please send me pictures. We just made our own caramel sauce at home because
Yes.
you're gonna see how simple this is and how delicious it is.
all right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna guide. Jasmine is making the sauce.
Okay.
So we've got
Do y'all trust me? Do you trust me, babe?
I have no choice.
So we just got some butter,
Uh-huh.
1 stick of butter melted.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give you the whisk.
Okay.
And we've got some light brown sugar.
Sometimes I feel like Jessica Simpson when she was married to Nick Lachey,
Uh-huh.
and they had that show on MTV. Like sometimes I'm like, I just have no clue about what I'm doing here.
But then you just kind of make it work, right?
Yeah. I mean, she definitely made it work. She moved on, but she made it work.
Got a pinch of salt here. And you see how that's just, and you're like, okay, that doesn't look like caramel sauce just yet. What you want to do is just make sure you mix together your brown sugar and your melted butter. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit more of my secret ingredient.
Ooh, yummy.
I may share what that is. And then we're going to add some vanilla syrup.
Yummy. Ooh, it's starting to look so good. I'm doing so good.
You can smell it?
I can smell it, yes.
Yeah, I can smell it. And you didn't even measure that. Like, why are you like the queen?
Sometimes cooking is just like what you feel.
This is Queen Kirby.
This is what you feel.
Delicious. I'm seeing it now.
And
Wow.
it's kind of bubbling up and smells really good.
It
Yes.
smells amazing.
And the key to this isn't so hard, right?
No, not
The
at
key
all.
to this, you don't want to rush it. And you do not want to cook it on too high of a temperature. You don't want to rush it, you just kind of want to whisk away. And I'm going to add in some heavy whipping cream.
Okay. Oh, that looks so good.
Oh yeah,
Kind of a slow drizzle here.
it looks so good. So for our wedding, everything was very personal to Alex and myself.
Okay.
And so for our wedding favors, we gave away my granddad's signature barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
And he is no longer with us, but his
Okay.
recipe is.
Okay.
My mom is the only one who knows how to make Clyde's barbecue sauce. And so
It's like Clyde's proof.
she did. Let me tell you, my mother is the queen bee.
I love it.
And so she literally cooked like a big batch of his barbecue sauce, and then
Did you guys put it in like little mini
bottles.
mix?
yeah, 200 little mini bottles. And then as soon as she got done cooking, she packed, and then she went to sleep for maybe 3 hours, got up at 4 a.m. and drove to Murfreesboro. And she was with my sister when my sister had the baby, and the baby was
Little
born
babies.
on my daddy's birthday, which was the day before my wedding.
Oh my
And then-
goodness. Your mom is a rock star.
She is,
Yes.
and then she came right back.
Turn around, came right
Yep,
back.
and was back in Jackson in time for our rehearsal dinner, and then we got married the next day, and that was that.
I can't wait to meet your mama one day.
You have to meet her.
Because
Mom.
that's my kind of
Yeah,
lady.
she is. My
She's
mom,
like,
true
does
friend.
not meet an obstacle. She's like, okay, let's get it done.
So I guess what moral of that story is, like, when you have these recipes, especially these family recipes, they mean so much.
Yes.
Like, everybody enjoyed that barbecue sauce. So enjoyed it so much that somebody poured a whole bottle of barbecue sauce on Alex and I.
That's another story for another time.
You guys want to give it a taste?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
We'll
You got
taste
that?
it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mmm.
Oh my.
That is
Wow.
amazing.
This is good.
That is so good, I might eat the spoon.
All right. It's good.
Isn't that worth making it at home?
Can we make lollipops out of this?
Oh my goodness. This is like a sugar daddy on 10. Right?
Yeah, see, I'm gonna start cooking at home more often.
It's really good.
I will. Are you happy?
I'm happy.
So we are ready to put together our pie sweets.
Yes.
Let's do it. It's time to make sweet pies.
We're about to assemble the pies.
Yeah, this is the fun part.
Yes.
So we've got 2 deep pie crust, deep dish here.
It's like autumn.
Just in a bowl right here.
Autumn in a bowl.
Okay.
Autumn in a bowl.
So that's our cinnamon, sugar, deliciousness with a little butter, a little couple pinches of salt to help bring out the flavor.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna drizzle in just a bit of our caramel sauce that we made.
That
Just a
looks
bit.
so good.
Because then once we actually get this in the pie plate,
Yeah.
we'll drizzle a bit more. I wanna go ahead and pour some into our pie plate here.
Alright.
So when Alex and I go to the fair around this time of year, which we do every year,
Caramel apples.
Yes, caramel apples. We do. We get caramel apples. We don't go to the fair to ride the rides. We go for the food. So,
Okay, here. I like this buddy system. Doesn't that look good?
Oh goodness.
So we're just gonna.
this looks so good. So I am pulling out the circle pieces that I cut. Little cutouts like this. My mom would always just roll the excess dough up and then use it because
Yes.
she is like, we are not making any waste.
That's
there
right.
are starving people in this world.
That's right. That is still good dough.
So
Yes.
you overlap the dough?
You can. You
The
can just do a
circles.
little. And this is the part too, you can just make your own design.
Okay.
When it's these little circles, they just turn out to be really kind of beautiful and pretty. And we're just gonna cover this and let it bake for a bit, again, because we don't want the crust to get finished before the pie part gets finished. Okay, so we're back. Yep.
We're back.
The pies are baked.
Uh-huh.
Smells so good.
Yes.
The fall aroma.
It smells so good.
Yes.
It's like,
This is what you need in your house.
yes.
It's just calming.
Yes, it's better than a candle. Quite a few more calories than a fall candle, but it smells
It's
good.
worth it. It's worth it.
Exactly.
So we are like seconds away
Yeah.
from cutting this up and telling you about it.
Uh-huh.
But before we do that, we're going to make some fresh homemade whipped cream. So I just have some heavy whipping cream, a little vanilla flavoring, a little sugar, and a little marshmallow flavoring. And I'm going to use my immersion blender to make some fresh whipped cream. Okay?
All right.
So that's what we have in here. And you want to make sure when you're doing this, because you guys can do this at home, it's so good. You just want to make sure that your whipped cream is really cold. You want to grab the immersion blender,
Blender.
and then you just stick it down,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll turn it up pretty high.
Okay.
And then you turn it on, and you just hold that button. So I'll let you do that.
Okay.
And I'll hold the container for you. Awesome. You're in there.
Awesome.
All done.
Wow.
Wow.
Liquid form to the liquid.
So, things we've learned today. You can make caramel at home,
Quickly.
and you can kind of make your own whipped cream at
You
home.
can,
So,
yes.
yeah. And you can make caramel apple pie and
Sweet
sweet
potato
potato
pie.
pie.
You guys make such an awesome team in the kitchen.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
We try.
So we're breaking a little rule here. Like, these pies are beautiful, and you should let your pies cool for a little while,
Yeah.
All right.
so that they kind of hold their form. We're breaking that rule.
Can't wait. Let's do it.
We're
Let's do
breaking
it.
that rule.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is sweet potato.
That is heaven.
The shortbread.
This is heaven at home.
The shortbread
Adds
With
like
the
so
pie.
much to it.
makes it so different.
Yes.
The shortbread, and also it's just rich.
Yeah.
It's very rich and it tastes so good.
Delicious.
Girl,
Exactly.
I think you give patty pies a run for their money.
Ooh. Yes, have this on your table Thanksgiving.
Delicious.
Okay, are we ready
Right.
to try apple?
Yes, I've been staring at it for a while.
That is good too.
I enjoy that.
The crust, that pie crust on the bottom, that shortbread is
Shortbread.
is delicious. It's delicious. Really good.
When I was little, I used to hum when I ate,
Yes.
and so now I just want to sing. This
Thank
is
you.
perfect. Yeah.
Thank you for the suggestion.
That's
Oh,
good.
no problem. It's so good.
I've had so much fun.
I
in the
had a
kitchen
blast, too.
with Mr. and Mrs. Sweet. This has been so much fun. Making these fall treats and just having good conversation.
Yes.
That is what I love, and that's one of the reasons why I even started the show, because we're all so busy.
Yeah.
And the world's so crazy. And there's so much that can take your time and your energy. And something just really cool happens when you're in the kitchen. You
Fellowship.
can not pay attention to the clock for a little while
Yeah.
and just make some good food. You know, there's just something really neat and a really cool connection that happens. And I'm so happy that you guys are joining me today.
Yeah, I would have
Thank
to
you.
say that this is so much better than going out to eat. So I think I will start cooking a little bit more because it just adds like a little bit of to your soul.
Yes,
So.
yes.
And plus, this time of year is for fellowshipping.
Yes,
Fall
absolutely.
is for like
Yes,
gatherings
yes.
and just embracing like, as they call it, cupping season.
Yes.
So I think I'll go home and cuff my husband.
Right, see, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
That's
so-
what happens when you come to KiNiMi
Fall
Kitchen.
treats with Mr. and Mrs. Sweet. I mean, thank you for having us on
Thank
your
you.
show.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you for teaching us all of this. We didn't even know what the whipped cream tool was. What's your favorite thing? What did you learn, babe?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway I like is the bond you'll get with your partner. In the kitchen, cooking together. I mean, you'll have conversations. You'll mess up a few things. But that teamwork, hey, babe, you messed that up, let me fix it for you. I love that aspect. And, you know, to top it all off, food is great. So I love that aspect of it. I love sweets anyway. Give me the name. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You so much.
Thank you guys for coming
And
to
he
spend some
is the
time.
epitome of his name.
Aw, a sweet. See, isn't that beautiful?
Brownie
That's what,
points.
right.
2 points there.
Brownie points.
Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of KiNiMi Kitchen. Be sure to check out some of the other episodes, and be sure to go over and check out Jasmine's blog. So you want to give them the blog one more time?
Yeah, it is jasminesweet.blog. I just got married and revamped my blog, so you can also find this video on my blog as well and on all of my social media. And look forward to partnering with you
It's
again.
going to be awesome.
And I cannot wait to show you guys all that we've done today.
And thank you, Mr. Sweet, for being here.
Thank
Two
you.
ladies in the kitchen. You did amazing.
Yep, thank you, honey.
Thank you guys again so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.
Bye.